Hi, I'm Scotty. I service, repair and restore vintage and antique mechanical clocks. Welcome to Scotty's Clock World. What we're going to do today is we're going to remove the mainspring, clean it, grease it and reinstall it back into the barrel. First thing we have to do is remove the cap from the barrel, turn it round so those lugs aren't catching on the top, put it in the center and then push it and out it comes. Right, we'll now remove the mainspring from the barrel. Tighten it down. Having selected the right size sleeve, we'll now wind the spring up. First up, we'll have a look and see where our lug is. I'll unwind that. Right, there's our lug. We'll keep that at the top so we know where it is. Hold it with our gloved hand. And wind up the spring winder. Then taking our sleeve, we'll put it over and under, and I'll show you that in a moment. Once I've removed it from the barrel. Wind it back, then slowly release it. All right. Now the spring comes out of the barrel. We'll put that arbor back into the spring winder. We'll use our hook and hook it into the end of the spring, the hole. Then wind the spring winder again until you can remove the sleeve, and then slowly unwind the spring. Take the sleeve out of the spring winder, and that's our spring. Now it's free from the barrel. Right, now we'll clean it using kerosene and grease it, and then we'll put it back into the barrel once again. Right, to clean the spring, we're going to need a small piece of scourer pad and some kerosene. Far better to use kerosene than petrol, it's nowhere near as flammable. We'll put a little bit of kero. There we go. On our scourer pad. And holding the spring, wrap the scourer pad round it and start working up the length of the spring. Whoop, move. And run back down again. That'll pick up any extra dirt that's on it that may have been dissolved by the kerosene when we're rubbing it up the other way. Now, clean piece of cloth, wrap it over the spring, slide it up, you can see the gunk we're getting off the spring. Turn it over the other side and do some more. And using a clean part of the rag, we'll run down. Remove any kerosene that's still on the spring. That's what we got off the spring. Then, just to make sure that the spring is clean, take another clean piece of cloth, wipe it up the spring once again, reverse it to come back down. So you can see there's almost nothing on the rag. Right, we'll leave that spring for 2 to 3 minutes to evaporate anything that may still be on there, any light ends of any type. Then we'll come back and we'll grease it. This is the grease we're going to use to grease the spring. We don't use liquid clock oil simply because once the spring is seriously compressed, the oil runs out, drops into the bottom of the case and makes a mess of the case. So, using a toothpick or a cotton bud, load some grease onto it and then run it round inside of the spring. You only do one side of each coil because once it compresses, then the grease is transferred to both sides of the spring. I'm on the outer band. I'm on the inside now. That round bit better access. Some in behind. You'll see once we compress the spring on the spring winder, the excess grease will run out. And we'll remove it before we put it back into the barrel. Well, that looks alright. That there, put the grease aside. We're now going to wind the spring back onto the winding arbor. Take the spring up, put it onto the winding arbor. Turn the handle on the spring winder. There we go. we turn the handle of the spring winder until the notch on the winding arbor catches on the hole in the mainspring. Then, with our sleeve ready to go, holding it with a gloved hand, just in case it slips, we then wind the spring down and press it. While it's there, we'll wipe off some of the excess grease you can see coming out there and there. And on the other side. Now with our sleeve, once again, we align that notch with the hole in the mainspring. We slide it in under and then wind it back a little bit, like so, so that we've got 3/4 of an inch or an inch. That's got him. An inch or 3/4 of an inch of mainspring extending out. Now, reverse the winder, unwind the spring. Remove it from the spring winder. Now we'll take out the winding arbor. Now we look for our lug, which is there. Align the hole, the other side of it. Press it into the barrel, down tightly, and then wind it round, and you'll feel once that lug has taken up the hole in the mainspring. Put the winding arbor back in again. Go back into the spring winder. Make sure we've got the lug is caught right. Now, reverse the spring winder. Hold the barrel with a glove. Wind it up till you can remove the sleeve. Having done that, reverse the winder and unwind the spring. Move the barrel, the spring winder. You can see there's some extra grease come out there. I'll wipe that off. Press down the spring. Make sure it's down below that lip there. Find the top of the plate, that one there. Drop it on the top of the barrel. Line those lugs in about the middle. Press it down. You'll hear it click when it's in. Then holding the barrel, turn the top plate clockwise to lock it in. There it is. The barrel of our clock. We've taken the mainspring out, We've cleaned it, we've greased it, we've put it back in. I'll do the other one off camera, then we'll come back and continue to reassemble the movement. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about antique and vintage clock repair, be sure to hit the subscribe button before watching these next two videos.